Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful day.
Hi, this is Alan. I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cozy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Ironrealmmedia is the best on the plane. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to Space Lettuce from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Good morning. Here. Wake up.
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Everything's internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe that dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. So what? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Oh, and a happy Wednesday to you all. Welcome to the IRONWORX, where it's early and I'm tired. But I guess that's just sort of the nature of it. I do know Walter is on his way, so he says. But it would appear we do have a Zack somewhere, sort of, here. There he is. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Just waking up.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I've been up, but I'm just now waking up. How's your week been?
Not bad. The work's been not too bad. I mean, it was 20-something degrees yesterday morning.
Mm. Yeah, how's that going for you?
But, the gear I got works. Just, I'm very aware of a good idea to dress in layers and,
Mm-hmm.
You can always take them off.
Loose layers.
Just layer up there. Yeah.
Not too tight. Got to have plenty of air circulation movement through those layers too.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, half the time I walk around with my overalls unzipped and my jacket unzipped because I'm so hot.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
But I got the thermal underwear and all that stuff, and then the regular clothes, the thermal socks. Yeah, the only thing that might get chilly every once in a while, my hands, and I throw my gloves on, and it all goes away.
Well, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's not bothering me as much as it used to, the cold. I guess because, 20 is pretty cold, 23 or whatever, but it's not negative.
No. But 20 is pretty cold in the autumn. When it's negative 10, you're somewhat acclimated. But good morning to Laura. And Zack.
Yeah, just stopped on. Oh.
And now I got a big pile. I don't know if I'm still out or I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I'm seeing buff. Oh, no. It just started up again.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Just jumped right back up. I don't fucking know. What'd you do, Walter? You broke it. Well, just trust me. Walter did it. Walter broke it. Well, I'm not driving a truck. Found me a real nice truck I was going to go look at, see about trading my car in. And they sold it about 2 hours before I got there. Oh. Ain't that a bitch? I still test drove a few, maybe half dozen or so. Found one I really liked. It was that damn turbocharged 4-cylinder, though. 2.7 liter. Not bad. I mean, these days, it's not like it's a 1980s 4-cylinder. But with
yeah, no, they're not bad.
But I just couldn't bear to do it. Just couldn't sign on the dotted line.
Mm. No, I don't want anything with a turbo or any of that stuff. There's a bunch of Fords out there that even have the little V6s now with twin turbos. But dude, for one, a turbo on a V6, I know they're getting better with it and this and that, but no. I don't care about going fast. I just want to get there. I want the truck to start. I want the tires to stay on. And the radio to work. That'd be nice. Heat, air conditioning. You know. Speed is not an issue for me.
I wouldn't say speed is an issue for me, but torque is. I don't have to go super fast, but when I'm going to the speed limit that I want to maintain, I want to get there quick.
Yeah, I'm mosey.
No, it was a nice one. They split up 2022 as far as interior design, and the second half had the super sleek, all electronic, big full screen across the dash type style. I mean, it was pretty. It was nice. I just couldn't bite the bullet. And man, I sweated it. Because I mean, like, it was close. I went Monday night to look at the truck I'd originally seen and wanted to get. When I found out it was gone, test drove, found it, and literally went through every single step to get it. And then when it came down to saying, all right, literally sign here, I'm like, I think I'm going to think about it, which kind of pissed off the salesman. Well, my time is valuable. Like, well, yeah, but how could I get this number every month without going through all this rigmarole? If you could get me this number sooner and easier, I would have definitely done it. But I don't see how we could have. I got to trade in, got to run my credit, got to do all this stuff to get this number. I didn't waste your time. It was just the time it took.
Yeah.
But he didn't particularly care for it. But he was nice enough. And then I spent pretty much all day yesterday fretting and hemming and hawing and dwelling and trying to make a decision, which is not my strong suit. Decision-making abilities. But I finally decided I was going to go get it. Went and cleaned out my car. All I needed to do was go back in, grab my title, and head back up there. Because I decided I was gonna do it. Then I decided, no, I wasn't going to do it. And just called him and said, look, can't do it. Sorry. Yeah, but this truck is way underpriced. You'll never find it for this price again. All right, whatever. Just didn't respond. I don't need to be hard sold a truck over the phone. Thank you very much. So I still got the Flat Earth Edition Kia Sportage. And that's been the extent of my week. Not a whole lot else.
Which one did you get?
Well, I didn't. I drive the Sportage. The Kia Sportage is what I drive now.
Oh, okay.
The Flat Earth Edition. Which, when they were appraising my car, they took notice, saw that it was a Flat Earth Edition. And so my salesman proceeded to sit down and tell me all about QAnon.
Oh, geez.
He says, I've been awake for a long time. What do you know about Q?
That is a fucking joke.
Well, I know they post a lot. Yeah. It's everything happening now. Go back to the beginning. They were just laying out the timeline ahead. All that they were talking about at the beginning, that's what's happening now. Go back, lay it side by side and look. Okay.
Old QAnon.
Old QAnon. So, Zach, did you see any Northern Lights last night?
No.
No?
Was I supposed to?
Probably.
We were quite cloud covered the last half of the afternoon.
Seemed like we were pretty cloud covered too. Like there's still quite a few pictures. They seem pretty bright.
Yeah, the cloud cover sucked. Because it was, it was chilly out there, but we had the sun, like for the first, as soon as it came up over the trees, you could feel it. It just felt great. Standing out there in the sun. I was rotating like a rotisserie spit. And, about 11:30 noon, it just clouds came in and a bunch of wind came in. Those neck gaiters are worth their weight in gold.
Aren't they?
Oh, I love mine. Everybody's out there looks like they're freezing. They got their hoods like the drawstrings drew as tight as they can get them. I know what it is. It's the bottom of their ears and their neck. Keep telling them. I tell everybody, get one of these. It's a game changer. Like, I walk around with my jacket unzipped half the time because I'm hot. Yeah, no, I'm not minding the cold at all. This really ain't that cold.
It ain't that bad. Although we did get snow on Monday.
We saw snow here Monday. I didn't see it, but
somebody
in chat does that.
Huh.
Our work chat that we have. Whenever there's any type of weather going on like that, whether it's like heavy thunderstorms or rain, they just let everybody know just to be ready in case of ER calls. But yeah, it rained down in Anderson, which it doesn't, that's like an hour south of me. Which is crazy.
That is crazy.
And how was your week so far there, Walter?
Walter's being quiet. I saw him unmute, but I don't hear him.
He might have
tell him finally.
There he goes.
Well, yeah, you should have said something way a long time ago. I've been talking away this whole fucking show.
Why are these assholes ignoring me? Fuck.
Well, I mean, I really haven't said much because you were talking, like, as soon as I got, like, I was late, number one. My apologies, everyone, which I did that already. So let me do it again. My apologies for being late. I asked you if y'all fucking broke the show already. I just get here and it's broke already. None of that joke landed. So great. And then you start talking about the car, and I commented a couple times on various aspects. I mean, the trucks, commented on those and shit. And, you know, it all went in a flow that worked. So I never had a clue that I was being ignored and fucking, like, just, yeah. And then even Ripley jumped up here, and I'm like, oh, wow, you're here early, everybody, and got my camera ready to come on. And that's about the time you said, oh, Walt's being quiet, and I saw his mute, and I'm like, wait, what? And I looked over at my Focusrite and realized that it wasn't red. I'm like, someone has moved things around a bit. He was doing some production over there. That's why she ran up here real quick. She's like, dude, you're not live. You're not live. Oh, crazy girl. Yeah, it's been a good week here. Heading back up for 80 this Friday, I believe. It'll be up to 80 again. So on the daytime, and night it'll still be, you know, 60-ish, 50 something a couple nights. But we had our 33 degrees. Hi, hello Masons. We had that a couple nights ago, and last night it was, or that was a couple 3 nights ago, and then yeah, the night after we did the show, it was getting cold, and then it's back up to like 40 something last night. And heading back up to, you know, now it's not, again, the roller coaster has begun, so it's going to do this probably through, you know, January, up and down, up and down. Some Christmases were cold, some Christmases were in shorts. We never know. But in the midst of all of that, this is the first time it's been like down to freeze almost that I was like, okay, now what's going to happen with the cats? Because, you know, again, overly dramatic, I know about my cats, but I care about them. And so last year, when it was just the 3 boys and Millie floating around here and there, my 3 boys and Millie floating around from next door here and there, once it got cold and we got past that whole trying to make it work out in the outside with different shelters and things we built and all that, trying to, you know, none of that really worked. They had found their way through the same hole Rizzo got out, so it just became their cat door. In fact, when we put the new flooring in there, I left that gap in there for them so that they could come and go as they pleased. But since that time last year, we've had, you know, quite a few interlopers come in and go, and some have settled. And so now Socks is here, who is the big, huge, he's double the size of all my cats, truly. He is huge. And so because of his size, even though I've gotten him over the whole, like, I'm wild, you can't touch me, dang, now he's big baby rolling over on his back, let me see his belly and pet it and all that. He's still, when it's playtime, he's been fixed, so we got past that. It's still, he's a big cat, so he plays at them. They're not, you know, they don't know he's been fixed. They don't know his hormones are different. They don't know he's just playing now. He's not coming at them now. And so that's been an issue. I was worried he was going to keep them away from here. But last night, and the first night, 2 of them didn't show up when it was really cold. And then last night, when I walked out there to make sure the outer door was locked, everybody was in, like everybody, even Millie had found her way in. And they all had a little spot on a washer or a shelf or a cat bed or a open carrier or whatever I had laid out for them all to get in. And they were all content and not hissy and pissy. So that was a huge win for this winter that's coming up, because I was afraid we'd be playing like musical cats and who would get to be warm tonight kind of thing. But yeah, they were all getting along like a big happy family. So now I'll go out there this morning and there'll be like water pipes busted open and there'll be shelves knocked over and, you know, classic movie scene. But I know I haven't been out there yet. I'm not going out there until it warms up.
little gun sitting on the sidewalk.
Right.
Dude, have you ever seen the smallest pistol in the world?
I've seen a few. I don't.
Teeny tiny, like I think 2.5 inches tall, maybe. It was ridiculously small, and it shot the smallest, like, bullet with a casing on it, and I think it held 5 in the. It had a little clip. And it held 5 little, but they said it was a joke. Like, it wasn't even self-defense. If you could get shot in the arm by this thing, it's really not going to slow you down that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just saw it yesterday. Oh. So, you hear about Trump forgiving student loans and stuff like that? What his plan?
Seems like I'd
Had
heard.
mentioned that.
Yeah.
He had. Yeah, I heard it mentioned that was happening. Something about it was going on and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, okay, let's see what happens with him. But I didn't really go deep. What's going on? Like, what's his?
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody was celebrating, right? And then they quickly faded when less than. They said they would curb public. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go. So July 1st, 2028, I think. Trump plans to phase out the plans for the loan repayment plans. July 1st, 2028. And here's what he said, the new rules, they're going to set some new rules. Allows the department to exclude forgiveness for those who work at organizations it believes engage in criminal activity. Kind of vague.
What?
Yeah. Just listen to this. The rule would allow the department to target sanctuary jurisdictions as well as nonprofit organizations providing support to immigrant families, gender-affirming care, diversity and equity in the workplace, and protecting the First Amendment rights of protesters. It's getting a little dystopian. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So you only get your loan forgiven if you go with the party line? Is that essentially what I'm hearing?
I just read this for the first time when you were talking. I was like, what the fuck is this? Is this 1984 here? What's going on here?
At least Snippy Joe was just doing it willy-nilly. He was just, you get your loan forgiven, and you get your loan forgiven. Wow. And then if you get it forgiven and go against the line down the road, do you get it all taxed back on with the interest added? Or, I mean, what's the full scope here?
I'm not sure. They're just talking about doing away with the plans they have out there now and reinstating new plans for new people, but you have to, as long as you fit, right?
As long as you earn it. Your social score is behind
engaging in illegal activities. I'm sorry, if they're engaging in illegal activities, can't you just arrest them? Don't we have people out there that go and find people that are doing, not the hardcore crime stuff, but, any type of illegal activity. And they have people that go find them. I mean, the FBI does, the police. This is insanity.
Oh, you put an apple pie on the windowsill on a Tuesday? Sorry, no student loan forgiveness. Turns out that's against the law.
And they're leaning hard on. It says it again here. Let's see, is this in quotations? Okay, this is in quotations by Nicholas Kent. Taxpayer funds should never directly or indirectly subsidize illegal activity. It was meant to support Americans who dedicate their careers to public service.
I'm convinced. I'm not paying taxes again. Ever again, because I'll be damned if I'm going to financially support illegal activity.
I know, right?
Americans who dedicate their lives to public service, not to subsidize organizations that violate the law, whether by harboring illegal immigrants or performing prohibited medical procedures that attempt to transition children away from their biological sex. I mean, if they're doing that and it's against the law, you can arrest them, right? You don't have to just take money away from them. If they're breaking the law, then they can be arrested. They're really leaning on this stuff now. They know it's an 80-20 issue or whatever it is, you know. He's got 80% of the country behind getting rid of illegal immigrants and against transitioning children. So this is how it starts. And eventually it'll be, oh, you farted in the library? Yeah, we're going to have to take a week's of your pay away for that one. And then it gets to, you looked at that person, you know? So 21 states and the District of Columbia sued the department over the new rule restricting eligibilities. Wow. He goes on to say, public service loan forgiveness was created as a promise to teachers, nurses, firefighters, and social workers that their service to our communities would be honored. That was Letitia James, New York's Attorney General. Instead, this administration has created a political loyalty test disguised as a regulation. I didn't know that's what it was started for. So yeah, there's all kinds of people filing lawsuits over this one. And I don't know, Trump's been winning big in the Supreme Court lately. They're going after that Eugene Carroll lady next. Did you see that?
I didn't, but I'll be real curious to see how all this shakes out. How much of this was just smoke and mirrors in an attempt to keep him from being president.
Trump asked Supreme Court to overturn Eugene Carroll verdict. This is from the BBC. Yeah, I mean, I can see this one actually. I mean, no offense to the lady, but I've only seen her in a couple videos, and she seems mad as a hatter. Why they would pick her out of all the, I mean, I'm sure there's women out there that could say something against Donald Trump. You don't pick the crazy one to lead your charge. but then again, this, in my opinion, this is all part of the show, right?
Probably.
I'm sure Trump knew he was going to be dragged through like that, and I don't know, maybe they kind of keep the actors in the dark a little bit. They don't want them to know too much because they want some reactions, maybe.
Yeah, you got to have those. You talk to them off the set, you know, tell them, look, don't tell anybody else. Here's what I want. I want you to really punch him this time. Don't hold back. Like, punch the fuck out of him. And if he comes back at you, just roll with it. Don't break character, but yeah, punch the fuck out of it.
You hear they
And then
try
you
to
go
do that
back
to
and
Steven Seagal?
roll them. Yeah.
Michael J. White.
Is that who that was?
Yeah. They're like, dude, we got all the scenes we need him in. He's like, you could hit him for real. Please do it. They were like egging him on to do it. And he went up to Steven, I guess, before and told him, like, hey, dude, don't worry. All right. I know, you've probably heard what they're trying to get me to do, and I'm not going to do it. Because he's a real, he's a fighter. And he understands when somebody thinks they're going to be getting a fake punch and you hit them for real, you could really, really hurt somebody bad. I mean, it's already dangerous enough knowing you're going to get hit and getting hit. But to think it's going to be fake and not be what prepared for it at all, that's when the lights go out. But no, he wouldn't do it. He was a gentleman. But he said, like, multiple people, the director, producers, like, everybody wanted to see Steven Seagal get hit. Because I guess he has hurt quite a few stuntmen. The stuntmen hate Steven Seagal. They're trained to make it look real. Not to... I mean, they do get hit and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. Stuntmen are some of the toughest guys out there. But at the same time, it's a choreographed fight. When the guy's sitting there throwing full punches when he's supposed to not even be making contact with you, that tend to piss people off at that. I could see people getting real pissed at him.
Mm-hmm.
New toothpaste made from hair can heal enamel.
I saw that.
Yeah, I've been seeing that going around. And then I picture that episode of The Simpsons where Homer lost his insurance and Lisa needs braces, and they show the simulation of what's going to happen to Lisa if she doesn't get the braces, and like her tooth grows up through the top of her head over time. So, yeah.
Uh-oh. Trouble in space.
Yeah. Thought they had all that worked out finally.
This is the Register. I've never heard of the Register before. TheRegister.com. SpaceX and Musk called on to rescue China's Shenzhou 20 crew.
I did see that somebody was lost in space again. Couldn't find the keys to the car to get back. I couldn't, yeah.
As I recall, that
what happened.
It was the Chinese ISS was damaged by space debris. Apparently, space debris can smash into your space station, and you'll be all right.
Cool. No deorbiting.
No deorbiting, no
domino effect. Did they call and ask before they... I'll stop now.
I mean, do you know how violently
you depressurize?
Yeah, like in the submarine when they're way down there and bad things happen. it doesn't take, minutes or hours, or it implodes.
Yeah, it's
like
not
a bomb.
Slow creak where you see the side slowly coming in on you, like the trash compactor in Star Wars. Nope.
No, if you're up near the surface, yeah, it's going to act like that. But when you're 500, 1,000 feet down, whatever, you're going to have a real bad time real quick. Now, take that and multiply it by like, what, 10, 100, whatever. There's like no atmosphere up there, and all the air would be sucked out of that thing, gone.
Assuming it penetrated, like you would think if it's going to penetrate, then that's what would happen. But if it's all still intact, I guess. But what if it dented? Like it wouldn't go through, but let's just say it dented it real good. Wouldn't that affect the air pressure inside as well? Would you now have increased air pressure where you blow your eardrums out?
It's just... And I would have believed this. 10 years ago. 12 years ago, whatever. I wouldn't even have given it a second thought and put some logical thinking to it. Like, oh no.
Man, I bet that's scary being trapped up there in space like that. I hope they get them rescued.
I'd be watching the ISS live feed nonstop.
Petitioning Elon, please go save the Chinese astronaut. I did see this morning they're looking for a new food source on the ISS made out of piss. Thought that was interesting.
Oh my goodness.
Get your food and your drink all from your urine.
Oh, I love that one video of the guy tasting the water. Nope, it's piss. It's definitely piss.
It's still piss.
And then when it's like yellow, the last... No, I'm not even tasting it. No. Oh, shit. Yeah, that was pretty good. Wow, Louisiana trucker with 5.1 million safe miles wins a Diesel Brothers custom truck and $50,000. Nice.
Is that an old story? I could have sworn I saw that like months ago.
It's saying one day, at least this story was written from this place. Let me see if I can find a date. Oh, 33-year career. They made sure to put that in there. On October 21st. Yeah. Almost a month ago. They're just getting around to it for cdllife.com. They move a little slower there. It's more like real news, it sounds like, not 24-hour news cycle. Remember those days when you had to wait for the newspaper to come around to get all the real stuff? You missed the news that day, you'd go look at your newspaper.
You'd have to wait till 6 rolls across till your local news finishes up and the national news kicks in.
Mm-hmm. The whole idea of a 24-hour news cycle was not there. Wasn't a thing. All right, it's already warmer today than it was all day yesterday. Good.
So Roseanne, I've been checking her out lately.
Rosanna
I
Dan?
know we were all, yeah, Rosanna Dana. I know we were like, all excited when she was looking into flat Earth, and then we kind of moved on, or I did. I didn't keep up with her long. Apparently, she went on Tucker Carlson and started explaining how everybody in Hollywood eat children or vampires or drinking blood. And Tucker's looking at her like she grew an extra head, and she's going on and on about waking people up that are willfully asleep. And yeah, it was pretty interesting. Let me look in my history. Hang on.
I'm gonna have to listen to that one today. It's so cool. I get to work right next to this construction site. They tore down the old police station. They tore down another building, and then the police station parking lot, and then a giant public parking lot. And there was another building on the other corner. And like the one building on the corner was still there, and the whole parking lot was still there when I left for Virginia. 2 weeks later, I come back, the building's gone, the parking lot's gone, the giant holes are already filled in, and they're moving earth around like crazy. They're now leveling it all out. It's amazing how quick, with these big giant machines, we can get this stuff done.
Yeah, they say you can never go home again.
They hold like up to 17 tons. These aren't your average dump trucks. These aren't dump trucks you're going to see on the road. They're like the dump truck with, like, it looks like a Beetle almost. The head of the truck turns before the rest of the truck. It's got 6 tires. All the tires probably weigh more than most cars. Just one tire. Huge dump trucks. And then they have huge backhoes with the biggest buckets I've ever seen. And it only takes like 4 scoops to drop in over 15 tons into these. And it's just all day long. 2 of them going around. 2 of the dump trucks going around moving stuff. It's awesome. Just so awesome to watch. And then you think about doing that with horse and buggies and shovels and how long that would take. I mean, this is 3 guys doing what it would take, 100 guys a week or a month, or I can't even fathom. And they do it in a day. Just lifting huge amounts of earth and moving it over there, filling in giant holes. It's cool. I enjoy this where I'm working right now. Find that, Walter?
Yeah, I dropped it in our chat. I'm kind of like, I have a cat that is across me here that it's making it difficult to do anything. I see people that have come into chat I haven't said hey to. So I'm having trouble. I mean, I could put her down, but she doesn't do this a whole lot. She has, she's come back, but she went away for 3 or 4 days and didn't come in here at all. So I'm just taking advantage of it. But yeah, I did drop it. I just can't easily share it. Well, you know what? I might be able to reach it. Hang on. All right, I think I did it. Let me turn off my camera. There's a new button, optimized for sharing video. Have y'all seen that new button we got on the app now?
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of scared of what's going to happen.
No, they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do, Tucker. Stop staring at me like
You're
that.
freaking me out, man. Because
They
you
do.
spent your life in the entertainment business, so I think you have some authority on this.
So many kids that I was in mental institutions with over the years, they are all from those cults. And they've covered it all up. They covered it all up. And, I just pray to God. I'm just going to pray to God that he opens everybody's eyes in this country. By the time we go into vote for Trump, that he will open up everybody's eyes and they will stop pretending to be asleep. You know what they say? You can't wake people up that are pretending to be asleep, but I pray to God, please wake up even those who are pretending to be asleep with the irrefutable truth.
Commentary. I don't want to get us kicked off, but you get the idea.
Yeah, Simpsons got us blocked on Monday.
Did it?
Or whatever it was we were playing. It was South Park. That's right. Andrew played South Park.
I don't remember playing Simpsons.
It was one of them silly ass things.
There you go.
I had to go back and edit it out. And that was before my internet crashed and we had to end the show 20 minutes early. And I'm pretty sure that interview was a couple years old.
It actually is.
I'm like, that didn't sound familiar.
I don't
At least not as of recent.
Yeah, no, it's probably right before this one, I would guess. But as you see, it just went through a couple of days ago on my feed, so I was like, oh, interesting, because I never watch any of this kind of shit ever. So when I saw it, I'm like, well, let me see what she's saying, and like, oh, wow, okay, you go.
You're a bit low,
Crazy
too,
man.
Walter.
I'm sitting way back with a cat.
That makes sense.
All right, I knew she wouldn't stay long. She has relocated. Yeah, huh, sweetie. Yeah. She's like, dang, you talk too much, dude. I got to go. That's my special little girl that disappears in the back room for months on end, doesn't come see us, and suddenly she's back in my lap. So I have to take advantage.
I heard on top of student loan forgiveness, which is not how you get rid of debt, but student loan forgiveness, on top of that, we're going to be getting a $2,000 check.
Yeah, I kind of saw that floating around too. Something about the tariffs.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's what's interesting. First time I saw this story, it talked about the $2,000 check that we're going to be getting on top of the huge payment that we're going to be giving to the creditors for the national debt. But that was the one and only time I saw that version in a story. Everything else since then over the last couple of days has just been how stupid it is and how we wouldn't be able to afford $2,000. And we've got bigger, more important things to pay with this money and these tariff dividends than giving checks to the people. But I'm pretty sure we're already doing that. I just love how they fail to mention any of it. Or I'm completely wrong. The first story was wrong and he's not paying any creditors and he's just, all the money he takes in, he's going to give right back to the people, which I just don't believe to be true.
No. No. This is all supposed to happen. It's written in the script.
Oh, here's a good one. A Chinese astronaut lights a candle with a match on Tiangong space station to demonstrate flame behavior. Now, something about that just doesn't seem right. Let's see here. Oh, naturally. As soon as I get ready to share it, they're going to play an ad.
Are we not going to go around the moon now by April because of the government shutdown?
Damn it. Damn it. I knew it would finally happen, finally, this time for sure. Damn it.
I remember this was supposed to happen in 2017, and they postponed it 6 months.
Damn.
That thing. And then we just never heard about it again. crazy how quick 8 years go by. I remember arguing with my brother-in-law. Because they're sending people back. They're going to go to the moon in 6 months. They had to postpone it because of blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I bet you they don't.
You give him odds even?
No, he didn't want to bet money.
But
That's some pretty strange behavior for a candle flame into a small
how are you
area
looking at it?
whereupon you pump pressurized oxygen in there. Whatever. I'm going to tell them at the hospital, Chinese says it's cool to smoke in a hospital room now.
Still oxygen.
Interesting.
Man, I don't see it anywhere. I'm trying to find it. Why is my live thing not letting me catch up?
It's not me this time.
There it goes. No, it's not. It finally did. I kept hitting live and I was back at Turbo and T6. Oh well. I'll go back and watch it later. So the idea of oxygen and gases and just yeah. Okay, surely. Sure. Okay, surely. I can remember a couple of horror stories my mom told me about little old ladies who just couldn't stop smoking and have their oxygen, there's a word for it. Damn it. The thing that goes in your nose, you wear it all the time and you have to wear oxygen. There's a word for it. Anyway. Yeah.
Cannula?
Yeah, there it is. Look at you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they reach up and itch or something, scratch just right, and that little bit extra really leaks out right there on that cigarette, and suddenly they're in the emergency room, 3rd-degree burns on their faces. But yeah, go ahead, fire up a candle there in the concentrated atmosphere you've created inside of a pressurized tank. I would do that. I would, wouldn't you? Yes, nasal cannula. Thank you all.
Brian says a nostrilizer.
There it is. Thank you, Brian. I think I like that better. I like that much better.
The old nostrilizer. I don't know. I think if I was stranded up in space in the Chinese space station and the Timu space station, I might be inclined to not really give a shit whether what happened when I lit a match or not. But maybe we all die, maybe not. Let's find out. Let's see what the behavior of this does.
Somebody writing that down for Sherry, please write down Timu space station. Oh, God.
Timu space station. Oh, that was good.
Oh. $80,000. That seems like a bargain. According to the Telegraph here, it says wealthy foreigners paid £80,000 for a weekend safari to go kill civilians in Sarajevo. Don't know why I'm laughing at that, but that's a little messed up.
That's a what? That's real?
According to the Telegraph.
Allegedly.
Wealthy foreigners paid tens of thousands of pounds to become weekend snipers and shoot civilians during the siege of Sarajevo, according to allegations being investigated by Italian authorities. An investigation has been launched into claims that gun enthusiasts and far-right extremists traveled to the war-torn city in the 1990s with sniper rifles to pick off terrified Bosnians, quote, for fun. Foreigners from Italy, the U.S., Russia, and elsewhere are accused of paying Serbian forces to take part in the shooting spree during the Bosnian War. They were allegedly motivated by sympathy for the Serbian cause, sheer bloodthirstiness, or a combination of the two, investigators say. Serbia has denied the claims, but witnesses and Italian investigators claim that there is even a price list for the targeted killings. Foreigners would pay more to shoot children and men who were armed and in uniform. would pay more to shoot children and men who were armed and in unit. Interesting. Shooting women gave you fewer points. That's weird. I guess they run slower. Easy, you just don't lead them as much. Anyway, the amateur snipers paid the modern day equivalent of 80,000 pounds to 100,000 pounds, the median price being 80,000. Now, I'm no good at math, but if you have 80,000 to 100,000, the median is not 80,000. Median does not mean the low end. I didn't think, but I'm not the Telegraph. They're really smart over there. And it goes on. I don't think I want to continue reading. I get the idea. They were hunting humans in Bosnia. I'll ask. I'll ask when I get to work. There's about 60% of the people I work with are Bosnian.
What are they like?
Very nice people, mostly. Quiet, being as English isn't their primary language. So a lot of them stay quiet, pretend not to understand, though I think they do.
Smart.
And I can kind of see why John Savage would take issue with Eastern European women. They are definitely different than American women. Their thought process. Hell, even their work ethic. All sorts of different things about them. But I've not really had any issue. I've been able to make friends with all of them, which is not easily done because of their work ethic. Apparently, they don't take to many American workers as keenly as they do other Bosnians. But apparently, I'm halfway competent, and that's good enough.
You at least passed the sneak.
At least, yeah. Not for nothing, that just seems like a hell of a deal for $80,000.
How many people you think this is going to be cool? You know, pay the money and go there and then can't pull the trigger. I'm sure there's plenty that go because they do, you know, want to kill somebody. But wanting to do something and doing it are two different things. I bet a lot of big tough guys find out they're not so tough out there.
Uh-huh.
And these are civilians, right? These are like protesters or whatnot. These aren't criminals escaping a mental asylum or anything like that.
I think that's right.
Yeah. Oh man, I feel bad for these people that do that kind of stuff. Gotta live with that for the rest of your life. I've learned, you know, there's all kinds of rubberneckers when there's an accident and stuff. I'm the exact opposite. I don't want to see that. I don't want to. I've seen it before, right? And I can close my eyes, and it can be right there. and I see it again. I don't want any more of those images. I mean, on the television is one thing. You know it's bullshit and fake. Scary movies, that kind of stuff. Still don't care for them. But when you see that kind of stuff in real life, that stuff can stick with you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're lucky, you can forget it, There's a lot of people that can't, though. Just something you can't unsee. Yeah, I don't want to see people in an accident or anything. Like, if I was the first one there, nobody else around, yeah, I would stop and see if I could help. But when the EMS is already there and there's cops and this and that, I'm definitely not looking over at the car to see what I can see. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Michelle had to go to the mat because they kept trying to send her when she was early on in the paper and was still like going out on stories and doing photos and stuff. They would try to send her to Rex, and after her first one, she told them, "No, you can fire me, but I'm never going there and do that again." I dropped this article, and I'll be honest, it was late, so I haven't read it yet. But I saw it last night as I was headed to bed. So, well, let me drop this in here. The headline alone makes it worth looking into. And it is interesting. The title of the story says, humans possess a seventh sense called remote touch, study finds. Now, the fact that this is even out in the world as a scientific study is interesting. I don't know, I've taken courses on remote viewing and have practiced at it quite a bit, but I've never heard or done anything like this, I don't believe. So apparently, and this is from Queen's Mary University of London and the University College, aren't those the same thing, from London? And they show that a simple finger drag through sand doesn't seem like much, but a new study shows that this quiet motion reveals a surprising sensory talent. So the more I was reading here, it's like, well, yeah, you drag your fucking fingers around in the sand, you'll feel it, but that's really not what they're talking about. You have the ability to feel objects beneath loose grains of sand long before you make contact. This sense is subtle, almost hidden, but enough to shift how you think about touch, robotics, oh, here we go, this is what it's all about, and the boundary between what can be perceived when sight fails. Sorry, I got distracted by their little images here. Let me share the little images here so you'll see the test we've run on this. So there's a box apparently with a buried cube in it and an LED strip here and then an average finger. And this is the raking direction. So, but to me, this doesn't really seem like some hidden sense because the impact of the sand over the object versus the sand away from the object is going to have more density and more whatever, and that would not be a secret sense. That's just fucking touch. It's not
like a dent in the ISS. If you were to smash your Timu ISS into some space debris, that's you'd be able to notice where the dent was. You'd feel where it happened.
So the animals use extended touch. So shorebirds, no, not shorebirds, shorebirds like sandpipers and plovers, rely on faint feedback through wet sand to find their food that their eyes never see. Scientists wondered if people could do that, so they created this fucking box and tested it. You had to be between 18 and 26 years old. Oh, so old people don't get to feel the sand and have magic finger touch powers in the sand? That's not fair. Their fingers moved at a steady 2 centimeters per second, guided by a strip of LEDs that showed them exactly how fast to go. Well, God, if you're doing all this, like... So people have magic senses only in this box, the magic LED strip that tells you how fast to go. This is almost funny. Participants used their index finger, pushing it into the sand through a narrow slot, and kept going until something felt off. Even though the cube sat out of sight, your fingertip would likely have responded to the same time. Wait, what? Even though the cube sat out of sight, your fingertip would likely have responded to the same tiny disturbances as participants felt. That is not a sentence. That is a bunch of words that got slammed together by AI that I just read. That's not a sentence. This is so terrible. It's fun reading news articles now with all the AI bullshit in them. The sand grains shift differently near the barrier. Yeah, exactly what I said. It's fucking obvious that that's what it would be, is the density between you and that object. It has nothing to do with magic powers or extrasensory perception or...
You're such a buzzkill, Walt. Fuck.
I know. I feel terrible. I'm let everybody down. I wanted everybody to have magic fingers. Maybe if we implant magnets in the end of our fingers. Nobody? Anybody? No. Anyway. So what are the practical implications? Oh, we've created a robot. I'm sorry, I'll scroll right past that. So they built a robot that could do the same thing. So now we have a robot that can drag its finger through the sand.
Yeah.
Find magic cubes. Let's see, what are the practical implications? This could transform how you interact with places where vision fails. Itchy tush, what are we talking about here? Robots that feel through sand could support archaeological digs by identifying objects
in the sand
before a brush ever even touches them. Circles in the sand. Search teams could use touch-based robotics to detect buried hazards or missing people
in the sand.
After disaster. Here we go. Planetary missions could rely on tactile sensing to explore layered soils on Mars or icy moons. Not the moon, just our icy moons. Oh, yeah.
No, we should abolish ice.
Wait, but here's a new study telling us how the sixth sense really works. So we've gone from 7 back down to 6. It was all a hoax. There was a story up here at the very top, though, I thought might be worth a chuckle or two. I thought to myself, well, science, you're fucking awesome. So this story that I'm clicking on now says astronomers reveal what happened less than a second after the Big Bang. They didn't really. And we know they didn't because they weren't there.
Did everything expand? Like, I think I understand what they think happened less than 1 second after the Big Bang. Like, shit exploded.
Oh, wait, collapsing tiny halos.
Oh,
killed little angels?
I was going to say those poor little angels.
Killed little angels?
Fucking cherubs?
Fuck, man. So they explored the scenario in a scenario. They explored a scenario in which dense particles of clouds, briefly overpowered radiation, and what are we talking about? I've gotten way too far now. I just scrolled through to find out what this is all about, and I went too far apparently because that makes no sense. these halos compared with galaxies. No, we're not going to compare the fake angel halos to galaxies. Oh, and now here's images that make absolutely no sense. Oh, and there's math. There's math. There's 10 to the 8. There's 10 to the 12. There's 10 to the 20th. I'm just saying, there's math. So go with it. Just trust me on this. It happened. Here's a story telling us what came before the Big Bang. Yeah, man, all that cool stuff back there.
Before the Big Bang, before there was space,
before
and time,
and reality.
We're going to talk about what happened before time. Makes sense.
And you know what? There is another story here that I could click on. I won't because, you know, I'm already a little nauseous. Strange cosmic grapes. Sherry, are you in the chat? Can you write that down? Cosmic grapes galaxy sheds new light on the first billion years after the Big Bang. Well, you know, they're narrowing in on things. Harvard and Cambridge, another clickable story. Harvard and Cambridge scientists disproved the Big Bang inflation theory. So there, yours just went out the window, Josh. You were wrong about that whole expansion inflation idea.
And yes, there must have been a central point, an infinitesimally small point that contained all the matter in the universe. It was infinitely dense. And then a Big Bang happened, but when it went bang, it didn't expand. Which would only lead us to believe that we are still infinitesimally small particle with all of the mass of the universe crammed into that. Because if there's no expansion, then it didn't get bigger, then it's still the same size as it was before the Big Bang, right? Or did it collapse in on itself? It's a negative universe. It didn't expand, it contracted in on itself, broke the fourth dimension because there is no time yet, and created a whole new negative universe, and that's where we're living now. Or when things explode, when things go bang, they expand. I don't know.
Yeah.
Walter, make sure you tell Shell thank you again for my hat.
Oh, I definitely will.
It worked great yesterday.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I had one pulled out here, floating around. I don't see it now. Oh, I'll put it in my shoulder bag over there that I had on a couple days ago when it was chilly. It's winter now, so he's been knitting blankets for like everybody's for Christmas. Oh, I hope they're not watching. And and yeah, she has a distinct advantage when it starts getting chilly because she's already got a lap full of blankets. She's making as she sit there. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're having tummy trouble, Dawn. And look, be careful with ginger. I'll just say that because I'm allergic to it, and it causes me more grief than help. I have definitely figured that one out from many different experiences involving ginger and my reaction to it, including when I first started trying to take peppermint with my current myasthenia medication. And so we had one floating around here that we'd had just for, for stomach upset or whatever, because her sister and everyone in that family takes peppermint and capsule of oregano, believe it or not, when they have an upset stomach. And I was like, oregano, that don't seem like that would work, but it does. Oregano with peppermint at the same time. Anyway, so I grabbed a couple, take it. And my stomach just kept getting worse, not better. I'm like, what is the deal? So I went and looked at the ingredients, and it has ginger in it. I'm like, are you kidding? Who would have thought that they would put ginger in the peppermint? And then it went, oh, yeah, the stomach thing. Because it's for the world, apparently it is a great thing They sell it as a travel help thing, I know, in different countries, like ginger chews to take right where you hop on a plane, that kind of thing. And definitely, yeah, oil of oregano. Sorry, I should have been more clear, Laura. But definitely just be careful, like go slow with the ginger in case that makes it worse. Because I definitely am allergic to it. I figured it out. Like I said, between different kombuchas I would get and suddenly have a big red ring around my mouth, like some kind of psychotic clown. And then other things over the years that I did and figured it out. Stop drinking ginger ale, all that. Ginger, what? Ginger. What's up, boss? What's up, Cave? Man, I haven't seen you in a minute. Did I say hey to post? I don't know if I did. So I had an interesting comment on one of my 15-year-old videos here. I noticed this morning as I was logging in, apparently, on my video from when I was in Oregon. This would have been, let's see the exact date. November. Oh, sorry, it moved. Well, I had a date on here. I saw it, and I clicked away. December 15th, 2016. There it is. It's when this video was put up on the old YouTubes. Wow, that's my old guitar riff I played. That's crazy. So I was in Oregon, and my brother had a temperature gun, and I was like, oh, well, let's check that whole moonlight and shadow and temperature change and all that. So I had, the paper and the paper in the moonlight, paper in the shadow of the moonlight, back and forth doing all that. And I see John Muir Laws commented on it, saying that he has a couple of thoughts on ways to modify the test and get a much more interesting, accurate observation going. And I'm definitely interested and could look into that with you. However, I will point you to a video that I've been looking for kind of on the side. That's why I've been a bit distracted. I'm not seeing it, but I don't remember that we had a good description thumbnail for it. I don't remember if we did or not for that test that Adam did, where he built his little Lego box. Was that distinctive, or was that just a general, here's a Friday night, let's go, and it was in that show? That's what I'm afraid happened.
I feel like it was an X marks the spot thumbnail.
Okay. I was hoping it was. I probably went by, because we do have some content on the YouTube still. They take a lot, but we put a lot up there, so fuck them. We're going to outdo them with quantity. It may not be quality, but
over 1,200 live streams so far.
Yeah. When I come across it, I'll point John to it so he can see the level of that it can go to. But yeah, working from wherever he is and me working from wherever I am would be interesting. Only problem being I do not have that temperature gun here. I'm in a different area. But that's here. I'll share my city video for you guys who may have missed the fact that I even have a channel, let alone that I used to put videos on it. What did I do? I think I closed the YouTube page. Yeah, I did. Damn it. There it is. I'll drop it. All right, I have dropped it. Sorry, I played catch up and chat again. Who was I saying hey to? Damn it. Oh, Metz is here. What's up, Metz? That's not correct. Back to, there it is. Okay, now got too much crap open. Trying to get to our pile of lettuce here, but it's, I have too much crap open, so I'm closing some tabs. 78 ads are blocked right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what was going on. I thought it was just my tabs, but that thing apparently was trying to collate and let me know what it was doing. So it was causing problems. I may have to remove that ad blocker. It's gonna log down my computer like that. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So Walt doesn't talk about cats enough on the show. So what I've done here is I've compiled a list. No, I didn't. Good housekeeping did. These are some surprising facts you may not know about cats, even if you're a feline enthusiast, which some might say I am. Here's the first one, and I didn't know this at all. Every cat's nose print is unique. Okay. Just like a human fingerprint, a cat's nose has a one-of-a-kind pattern of bumps and ridges that is unique and totally its alone. No two cats have the same design, Dr. Bade said. Who is Dr. Bade? Let's find out. Let me go back up here. Our experts, including Dr. I'm pretty much going to murder this name. Dr. Guilfoyle? Guilfoyle, Guilfoyle, and Dr. Ambika Bade. Gonna guess they're not from here. New facts, certain. Yeah, okay. So cat print, nose print, I mean, unique. Cats are not nocturnal, despite what most people think. They're actually crepuscular. Dusk and dawn, not at night. That's their best time. That's why feeding time is usually going to be right around dusk and dawn. Ask my cats. They always know. Number 3, cats don't always land on their feet. They do have an incredible riding reflex that helps them twist in midair. They still can be injured due to a fall, even from a moderate height. Number 4, cats can't taste sweetness. Now, this is one I didn't know at all, because they seem to enjoy when I have ice cream and I've finished and the bowl has a little bit left, only the vanilla, not chocolate. And I let them get at it. They seem to kind of go crazy for it, but apparently not. It's just more something they didn't know it had a sweetness too. I had no idea. I did know that calico, this is number 5, calico and tortoise shell cats are almost always female, as are orange tabbies are almost always going to be male, is another one I'm aware of. Oh, and guess what number 6 is? Orange tabbies are almost always male. Anyway. Cats only meow for humans after the age of like being little tiny kittens. When they're little tiny kittens, that's mama and them. That's how they get back and forth with each other. Where you at? I'm over here. That's their thing then. But they do that only to us, not to each other. Number 8, cats recognize their names. They just may not care. Research shows cats can distinguish their own names from other words. Whether they respond depends on their mood and motivation. So basically, they hear you and understand you. They just don't care. This is another one I knew. Cats' purr has healing powers. Their purr vibrates between 25 and 150 hertz. That frequency range is shown to promote tissue and bone healing Researchers believe these soothing vibrations may even have calming, restorative effects for humans who spend time around purring cats. I can attest to that. What is 10? 10, when cats knead or make biscuits, they feel safe. So yeah, if you have a cat that's on you and making biscuits on your belly, that means they love you and they're safe. 11 here tells us that boxes, cat traps, lower feline stress levels. If it fits, I sits is true. Confined spaces provide more security for cats, helping them feel safe and calm, be it a box, tight spot, shelter, new home, stress relief. Cool. Purring doesn't always mean happiness. Oh, I was wrong. It can mean that. It can definitely mean a happy time, but it also can mean stress or in pain. It's a self-soothing mechanism, kind of like humming to ourselves. Another one I knew about is the slow blink. That is their way of showing deep trust and affection. Do a slow eye blink at your cat. When they do it back to you, that is their way of telling you they love you. If they don't do it back, they despise your ass. No, I'm kidding. Again, it's all about their mood and wanting to do it. Another one I knew, number 14, whiskers. That's their high-tech sensors. Cats can detect subtle changes in the air. Their whiskers, also, it doesn't say this here in this little blip, but their whiskers are the exact width of their body. That lets them know whether they can fit or not. So in a cat, this is 15, the tail waggling is definitely usually a sign of irritation, not joy. However, Dr. Walt also knows there's a thing called electric tail that is a sign of excitement and usually joy. I didn't know it was a thing until Millie, the neighbor's cat that became my cat, every time I would go out there to see her and beat her after they left her there, I would notice her tail would just be straight up, all out, like she was, upset, but not. Like, it was different. Not the whole furry, big, like raccoon tail. Just excited tail, sticking straight up and vibrating. And so I started calling it her electric tail. Right, electric tail. And then I went and looked it up and found out that, feeding time, seeing a person they're familiar with, they haven't seen, or excited to see, all that, electric tail. Yeah. Where was I? Cats need to hunt, even indoors. Cats have natural instincts, and they need outlets for them. Toys that mimic hunting, like puzzle feeders or toy mice, satisfy that urge to chase and stalk. Hey, if you have a cat and you're doing the laser thing, you're destroying your cat's mind. You're turning your cat into a psycho. If they can't attack and finally catch and kill whatever they're playing with, then that fucks with them psychologically. So yeah, the laser
buddy
toy.
drove his dog insane.
Yeah,
One of those.
absolutely.
He looked for that red dot till the day he died. Like, he quit doing it for years, and Bear was still. He'd be sitting there, all of a sudden he'd get up and his head would start jerking all over, thinking he saw the red dot.
Right.
Yeah. Because he never got to catch it.
Let's see. Peeing outside of the litter box isn't just bad behavior. It is an indicator of stress and potential health issues. And I can attest to that spot. He was doing that. Not just outside the box, but like all over the house, suddenly out of nowhere, right before we had to put him down. Never ignore that if your cat starts doing that. Always be aware that it is usually a sign of serious anxiety, stress, or underlying medical condition. Definitely go get that looked into. Wow, we're almost to the end here. 19, cats love having choices. And they definitely are very choice driven. I have noticed, like, if one of my cats that's finicky starts liking a particular flavor of food in the mix of the multi-cans I get, and I suddenly go, oh, well, let me just grab a couple of handfuls of this by itself since they like this so much. Guess what's sitting stacked up in the corner of my counter? That flavor they used to like until I bought a handful extra of it, and now they don't want to fucking eat it at all. Anyway, yeah. They definitely want to be in control. They want multiple resting spots, scratching posts, lots of places to hide. They want to scratch. They want to leave visual and scent markers about their territory. This is all normal territorial behavior for cats. While they can be destructive to your stuff, definitely it's how they do their environmental choices. And number 20, exposing their belly isn't necessarily an invitation for rubs. Yeah, absolutely. That's always that 50-50 thing when they flip over and that belly is showing. Am I going to reach into that potential claw of death and see if it's affection, or am I going to pull back a nub? Most likely. I think it more depends on the cat. If Bender's belly up, then he wants belly time. Every 10th time, however, I do get the back claw kick and get a scratch or two, so you just never know. Enter at your own risk, it would be what I would say. And that was 20.
That's the 20.
Whoa, what's happening? Is that you or me?
It's you.
Are you playing something?
No, it's Zack turning his camera on.
What is going on?
Do you hear something?
Playing? I hear.
Oh, that's you.
I hear something.
That's
Yeah, no,
definitely
there's
you.
something playing in my ear, and I don't know where it is. Oh, it's way in the bottom corner here. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. When it said good housekeeping, I'm like, oh, well, that's the site I'm reading. So it's here somewhere. I had to scroll down to find the video that had started playing. In mine, yeah. Let me close the site. So anything happening on the rabbit front interesting? How they do it?
Ours are doing good. I don't think that we're going to be able to get Benny and Bonnie bonded here at the house. She's probably going to have to take them back up to the bunny shelter to get some neutral spaces for them to try to bond. Too many other smells, too much time spent getting individual attention here at the house for each of them, so that they just get jealous when you put them together, which turns into a fight. So I think that's what she's planning on doing, is taking them up to the bunny house to surround them with smells of other bunnies.
Well, definitely the jealousy thing is real. I know for sure it is in the cats. But I think that had a lot to do with what was going on out there on the porch. Is, seeing me petting the big boy was keeping mine upset at me, and then vice versa. When they would show up and I would pet them, is usually when I would turn my back to pick up the food bowl and hear the scrabbling in the next door while he's chasing Fletch up the tree because I just petted Fletch, So I think that was a lot of it. But now they're all getting equal doses in front of each other a lot. So I think that's helped balance that out. And they're not as confined as the rabbits as far as being in a space with all the other smells like you're talking about. So that probably does affect it a whole lot more, being confined in that containment area.
Oh yeah, Don, bunnies fight.
Donnie, I just say Don wants to know about the bunny fight. I heard a scrabble or two while I was there. I don't think I saw an actual fight go down. But there was some attitude in the room here and there, but for sure.
Oh yeah, they kick and they box and they do all sorts of stuff when they get angry. A lot of times they call it the whirlwind of death. Because like one will try to nip the other's butt while the other one tries to nip his butt, and they just chase each other in a circle, getting pisser and pisser until they just decide to go at it and hair starts flying, and it's a whole effing thing. Yeah, kind of like, there you go. There's a little bit of tornado with death with some hair flying. Yeah, Yango is so sensitive that if he smells other rabbits, he takes it out on Yennefer. So we have to be careful when we let them roam free as to where he goes and what he smells and who he interacts with, so as to not make them fight. But one time they were fighting. I was in their cage with them, and I put my hand, tried to separate them. And I pulled Yennefer towards me with my palm and took Yango and pushed him with the back of my hand. And he pushed away, and then just out of pure rage, jumped back and lunged at me and latched onto my hand. And I literally tried to shake him off. I lifted him up in the air whilst he was latched onto the back of my hand. And you could see little bitty marks with blood from the top teeth and a big old effing gouge where his bottom teeth had basically just filleted the skin open on my hand. It was quite the bite. Yeah, they're pretty good with their feet. Quite the kickers. Here's a little video of a rabbit says he's going to drop kick a cat. Boom. That's pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good with those back feet. They don't have a whole lot of range of motion with their front.
Rabbit kills a cobra.
I did see that. And it didn't just kill the cobra. It like stalked it and chased it and made sure that that cobra was going to die. Apparently the cobra had killed some of its babies. So it was taking revenge. Bunny went all John Wick and just killed the fucking cobra.
Hey, baby.
Ooh, that bunny's pissed. That cat's lucky it's on a slick floor. And that bunny can't get any traction. Sorry. There's a little bit of boxing. You can see it doesn't have a lot of range of motion, so the front feet don't go very far. But they will box. What I can't understand is why the hell these owners are just letting their rabbits go at it like that whilst filming. All right, don't mind me. We're gonna enough with the bunny vids.
I was digging it. Well, hi up there on top of the world. When did you hop up there? I missed it. Just looked up to see a big looming cat. Must have been when I was watching the bunnies. Damn, you're good. You found those quick, man. I scrolled right by them. I just saw that you dropped those for me. Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, I ended up going down a bit of a hole, looking at old thumbnails.
Well, I was trying not to do that. Is what I was trying not to do is get lost, and I definitely did always. Digging through our back catalog.
And so when rabbits are happy and excited, they play fight and they pretend. And that's actually what these two rabbits look like they're doing. They don't look like they're actually fighting. It looks like they're just playing. But they call them binkies. And where they practice on how to escape predators, jump and twist and kick and do all sorts of stuff. When they're happy and excited, they practice. And that's what the binkies are.
I had no idea they practice like that. That's crazy. Oh, I'm going to turn that off. The video, I pulled it up and it started playing and I heard Cheyenne. So I was listening to that in the other ear and like, oh Lord, I need to quit this one. That's going to be a sucker up my soul down into a hole. Every now and again when I click over to YouTube, Facebook to do something cat related usually or guitar related, he's always at the top of the, I don't know what you call anything over there, what it's called. Is it feed? Is that what that is? A feed? So how you get fed over on the Facebook? Like your feed. Right. Anyway, there at the top, I always see her little, I don't know what it is, profile, I guess, picture, I don't know, but it's always disappointing. It's a nice way to put it, I think. And I tried to make Liz understand how she could share the song with me, but it never did work out. Because apparently there's things about that I don't understand either. She has the song. She has it. She bought it on whatever that app was. So she still has it, even though I had it saved on a link to that same page. She's saying she can get to and the song's still there for her. And I'm like, but she took the song down. How is it still there for you? You had to have downloaded it because it's not on the site or I could play it. So we'll figure it out. We'll get there. And I could pull it off of one of our videos and take the audio off and do all that too, but I don't want to. I just want Liz to give me the song she has. Give me that. I'm about to have to get my lawn cut for the last time, I think, for the season too. I just saw Laura talking about having to mow now that the rabbits have vanished. I'm about to have to go do that too one more time before the winter is actually here. I was hoping it was going to be last time, but it's grown up a bit. Who was I saying hey to? I just saw new again. Oh, Ray. What's up, Ray?
Sorry, I'm just watching Bunny Kung Fu at this point. Two wild hares just going at it. Practicing their chi sao or something. But do not doubt that, yes, bunnies fight. Bunnies can be real assholes, for what it's worth.
Oh, is this Steam or what? Look at this shit.
That's weird.
Where are you?
The hell is that?
Where are you? What are we looking at? I'm not seeing it.
It dissipated. Yeah, there was like a huge cloud of exhaust, I guess.
I'm going to say diesel truck, probably.
It almost looked like they had put that, because it was real white. It looked like they might have put farm fuel.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It doesn't burn, it blows white. Yeah, it was definitely a diesel. I can smell it for sure.
Probably tasted a little bit.
Man.
We're definitely in the height of grinding right now. Everywhere we go, it's just layers and layers of fog and smoke. Oh, terrible right now. And the temperature inversions and all that between the cold nights and the hot days just make it sit here on top of us. I was hacking and sneezing all day yesterday, like I'm not even used to all this, like I don't live here or something. But it's definitely more intense or something this year. I don't know what's going on with it. They must have upgraded their chemtrail layer up there to make it thicker so it keeps stuff in place better. Hi, Mama. Come to see me? Come to see me? Yeah, let's say hey to everybody. Rizzo said hey. Well, she's moving through now, stepping on stuff. Oh, turning on screen recording. How'd you do that? I want to know how to turn that on. I don't even know how to do that one. Thought I had to be in some kind of special app or snipping tool or something, but she's turned on a screen recorder. Where the hell is this? I bet that's some of those weird gray buttons off the side of my keyboard that I never used and didn't know what were. So that's what one of those is. Nice. Thank you, sweetie. Hey, oh, and now she's turning on the camera for everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Well, you the one showed up. I didn't put you up here. I didn't put you up here. Fussy butt. Oh, fussy butt. So apparently, from what I forgot about this earlier when we were talking about the weather, apparently we're looking to get snow here in Louisiana this year, according to the Farmer's Almanac.
Ooh.
Or that's what I was told anyway. We do get like snow like every couple of years. I mean, y'all remember that last big one we had here? I'm sure I was videoing out in it.
That reminds me. I remember Zack talking a few years ago about making sure everybody gets a copy of a Farmer's Almanac, because there might be a day that comes that they just stop making them and we lose all of that history and knowledge and information.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they did. This is the last year they're going to print out the Farmer's Almanac. Farmer's Almanac will be no more.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. No more Farmer's Almanac after this year.
I
probably couldn't justify the cost versus the benefit once they analyzed it.
Now the website will still be around until December of this year.
Well, then the government needs to make the Farmer's Almanac for the people.
Okay, hold up. There is something different though. The Farmer's Almanac is ending publication with its 2026 edition. But the old Farmer's Almanac will continue to be published.
I think the old one's the one I use anyway.
I do too, actually.
Yeah.
What's an almanac? Maybe I'm confused as to what an almanac is. Like,
yeah, there's two of them out there, and one
So
is
there's
like
Farmer's
90%.
Almanac and there's the old Farmer's Almanac. Yeah, there is.
well, then why do they need to republish one every year? If everybody's just going to use the old one, just fucking use the old one. I thought the idea was that you repurposed one every year and updated the information based on the previous year's. But everybody's just using old ones. We don't need new ones.
No, that's what the old Farmer's Almanac is. That's like the real Farmer's Almanac. They came up with a new one
200 years ago?
is more.
The Farmer's Almanac reaches 200 years old. The 200-year-old Farmer's Almanac is the one they're doing away with.
Right. The old Farmer's Almanac started in 1792 and it's the oldest continuously published periodical in the United States, while Farmer's Almanac, without the old, started in 1818. And it's the one that's going to be ceasing publication in 2026. They're separate but similar.
The old one is old by 20 years? Cool.
Yeah, the old one is like the meat and potatoes, I'm pretty sure. And then the Farmer's Almanac was more for like recipes and this and that and advertisements for this. And it wasn't like the old Farmer's Almanac will give you what time of the day is best for fishing every day.
Which one has Lilith in it?
Huh?
So which one had Lilith in it?
Oh, that was the
yeah, I'm being dumb. Right.
The Alchemist or something like that.
Yeah. Oh wow. We only got a couple minutes of this thing left. I didn't even think it was that time yet. But Zack is in the truck, so I should have known. I should have known.
And it is the old Farmer's Almanac that I would have recognized as the Farmer's Almanac. The preeminent Farmer's Almanac.
Right.
Yep, only got about 5 minutes left.
Oh, did you see Miss I think it was Miss Chile? Won the death metal singing lady. Did
Really?
anybody see that? Yeah.
Was that with
There's
beans?
no way to, yeah, absolutely.
Because I hear in Texas they don't put beans in their chili.
Just go look that up. Miss Chile death metal and see what I'm talking about. And it'll kind of blow your mind. That this beauty pageant queen can make that noise. We don't have time. We've only got a few minutes, so it would take me a minute to find the video. But if Josh wants to go in there and dig it around, he can. But yeah, just check out the death metal.
I'll do it. I don't know that you'll be able to hear it though, Walter.
That's fine. Just let them hear it. I've heard it. I've heard it.
Let me back that up a little to the beginning.
Mid-world Chili contestant sings death metals.
For the windows was started
I wonder where that talent placed her, though, for real.
Well,
I mean, as far as death metal goes, I suppose that's pretty good. I'm just not sure what kind of score it's going to achieve at a beauty pageant.
She won.
Did she?
That's all I know. She won. She did. She got crowned. So apparently, I think it went viral as the gist of it. You know, it got viral because it was nuts. Sherry, Timu Space Station. Write that down. Josh came up with that one for you earlier.
But we do be rolling up on it. Dang.
There's a couple ladies out there that can growl. Flyleaf and man, what was her name? Not Piggy. Kitty. The band Kitty. I can't remember the lead vocalist thing. There's a few growling ladies out there.
What did I hear you say, Zach?
Sorry, Zach. Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought I was muted. I'm sorry. I told my team lead, "Hold on a minute. I'm eating a breakfast pizza."
Yeah. I wish they'd stop putting crack on those quick trip breakfast pizzas.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, but my least favorite part is how I feel when I'm done with my slice. And I just have to have another.
I stick with one. If I eat two, then I'm not going to want to work.
Gotta stay hungry.
Every time.
Gotta stay hungry.
A little hungry.
But I do believe that's going to do it.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. New password for Sherry. I knew it. All right. Love you guys.
We definitely love you guys and appreciate you hanging out with us in the morning or in the evening or hell, even in the afternoon. It just depends on where you are. Irregardless, we appreciate it. And we will see you back here on Friday morning for more of the Ironworks. Until then, you guys have a great rest of your week. Happy hump day. Be good, be well, do good, do it well. We love you. Bye-bye.